We're live. So, hi, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Please go on.
My name is Mufti Faisal Japanwala. Actually, name is Faisal Japanwala, and now I am doing a PhD in theology and doing some work regarding interfaith harmony. And I love to do and know new spiritual things and meditation and inside the subconscious mind and conscious mind, and want to know more about myself, about my body, about my brain, and about my past.
Very interesting, thank you. So I'm Aliki. I'm an architect and mindfulness advocate, and I'm very interested in understanding other religions, understanding spirituality, and seeing how we can connect all their beliefs with new types of doing spirituality. So, as you told me that you just very recently completed your 20 days of Vipassana, how was that?
Yes, that was the amazing experience all over the life, and this is my 8th course, and I started my first course from 2015, and Mr. Rehan Allahwala recommended me, and he did I think 2 courses. One course is from Sri Lanka, and second course from UAE on that time. And now he's done 3 courses, and the last one from USA.
Were you meditating before that?
No, you can say yes or no, because in Islam, you know the very famous name Sufism. So 27 or 26 years ago, I committed my peer, my guru, Mr. Javed Hussain Shah Sahab. He live in Faisalabad, Faisalabad in Pakistan. So when I was a student in madrasa, so my senior student, my friend, brought me there and committed.
What does it mean to commit to a spiritual teacher here in Pakistan?
You are committed as you are make a teacher about Sufism. So I was a teacher, Mr. Javed. I am a student, and he was my teacher. So he teach me about some rituals and some guideline about ethics and about you can say zikr, recalling some name, some rituals name, Allahu, and kalma of Islam, La ilaha illallah in Arabic. No? So I did a long time this practice, I think 10 years on.
So how was the practice? Specific times per day you had to repeat specific words?
Yeah, specific word and specific style, just like La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. This is a purification of your heart from negativity. So this kind of meditation by Goenka or Buddha is amazing, and is work effectively on me.
So what kind of changes have you seen during these 5 years now, right?
Yeah.
Since the first course and 8 courses?
Yeah.
How have you seen yourself changing?
A lot of changing in my habit, in my behavior, in my thinking pattern. Lot of changes I seen in my history, in my life. And now I think I'm working on you can say on that things which I found in my body from my past life. So if I did some crime or some sin, so nowadays I am doing compensate on that crime or that sins.
Were you able to identify what had happened in the past?
Yeah. So during the course I wrote a paper and notebook and notes, things to do in my life future, but they are compensation from my last. So when I go deeper and deeper, so data will come out on surface. So I closely see my crime and my sins, or actually what I am. So I think and I believe that I'm in beginning stage. This is a very big journey, a very long journey, and I am in now kindergarten.
What keeps you motivated to continue this journey?
Yeah. What
keeps you motivated to continue this journey? Because it's not an easy one.
Actually, the fruit and finding and effectiveness of this exercise and this meditation, and a daily 2-hour meditation is motivating me. And when I don't do meditation, so I feel some negative things in my body.
So you try to keep the 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
That's great. Is it common here in Pakistan for people to meditate?
No.
When you tell to your circle, to your friends, to your family that you meditate, how do they react?
Mostly people they love and they want to do this kind of meditation, but their busyness not allowed to do.
Okay.
I think. And some kind of meditation like Sufism, some people do regular basis.
How is the meditation according to Sufism?
Lot of type of meditation there. Silent meditation with words, verbal meditation with the name of God, and with the sentence of God and witnesses of God, and some voices who the last word of in Arabic, Allah laughs word, Allahu. So some people who and they imagine who means he.
Interesting. Sufism is a tradition that comes from the past. How alive is it right now? How many people follow Sufism?
I think Sufism, and they started 4 big heroes: Shah Abdul Qadir Jilani, Saharwardi, and I think Junaid Baghdadi, and Fariduddin Ganjbakhsh. 4 patron.
So 4 different patterns of Sufism.
Yeah, Sufism.
Okay. And do you have an interest to try other types of meditations, or you think that Vipassana is really working quite well, so you are keen to continue?
I think the reason is that there is more organized and more specific, more scientific, and step by step you are going down upper level or deeper, step by step. So you clearly feel you are doing something and you are going somewhere.
Yeah, you feel the progress, right?
Yeah, progress.
Interesting. And What was the difference between the 10 days courses and the 20? Because it's double the time. Probably for whoever doesn't know, in the Vipassana it's a silent retreat, let's say, so you don't talk with other people. I don't know how it is here, but I know that in most of the countries you don't have neither books or phones with you. It's like no interaction with the outside world either.
Yeah.
And most of the times you're not allowed to do either eye contact.
Yeah.
And you have to follow the rule of non-killing.
Yeah.
Any
yeah, 5
alive,
precepts. Yeah.
The 5 precepts. So it's the same, right? It's also the same here.
In 20 days course, some conditions are more.
Like
just
what?
like you don't see on the sky, you don't see on trees. You have to just see steps, 2 steps and 4 steps, not more than 4 steps.
Okay.
So you are always on on earth, because when you see the in your surrounding, so more data are coming and you will be distracted.
Okay.
From your 6 senses, from eyes, from nose, from hair, and from your heart and your mind. So if you get the more data, so you will be distracted. So you and everything is double, like Anapana in 10 days, 3 days, in this 7 days to do Anapana, and effectiveness is more than double. And fasting, when you do the lunch on 11 a.m., so next meal you will take tomorrow at 6:30 a.m.
This is only in the 20 days. So it goes closer to the Buddhist traditions, as I can understand.
In 10 days, normally for new students, they allow to do snacks on dinner, in afternoon. But there is no at all. Okay. Only ginger water you can take if you want to. So 18-hour fasting, so you will lose your weight and
I think the mind also, it's easier to concentrate when the body is has less weight or less things to digest.
So I am thinking seriously, so I'm going to do for 30 days course.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, but when you're outside of the retreats, do you usually meditate alone, or are there groups that do meditation here and you join some groups here outside when you are in your normal life, let's say?
Yeah, in Karachi there is 2 big groups. One group of formal and all recognized meditator, and second group for everyone who can come there. So once in a month we try to join both groups. Yeah.
So
but I wish to do alone.
Okay,
or 1 person
alone.
or 2 person. So many people coming in my home to know and to learn what kind of do you do. So
you would like to teach also?
Yeah.
And I don't know how it is here. In Europe and in the US, meditation has started getting a lot into the working places. So people have understood the benefits of having a calmer mind. So many corporate businesses, they are offering to their employees meditation sessions. Is there anything similar happening here?
No. Yeah, Mr. Rehan, yes.
10 minutes.
But it's not very common, right?
I don't know any other company which does it.
Interesting, yeah.
In Pakistan, most of the companies they do our tradition learning method, just like book reading.
Okay.
It's a very famous bank, in Islamic bank. When they start office timing 9 a.m. So before 9 a.m. They read the book, combined session, and some ritual and some verses of Quran and some narration from Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam biography.
So they do something similar, but it goes more in the direction of religion. Okay.
But they don't do meditation.
Mm.
It's not a meditation, it's learning.
Yeah.
More intellect, less instead of less.
Mm. So it's still a lot like brain-based, let's say.
There is no explanation of that why you should shut down brain. More people say you should use your own brain.
Mm.
There is no understanding of
The use.
the intuition. What is intuition? You know what is intuition? Tell me what is intuition.
Intuition. आपने अभी थोड़ी देर you discussed 1 hour ago. Sorry, I don't
Intuition.
remember right now.
Mm-hmm.
Intuition, yeah.
So when you know something, you don't have to remember. You just know it. Right? So can you explain what is intuition?
So intuition is an inner voice that allows you, that gives you guidance. It's kind of knowing without really knowing. And yeah, it's practically an inner.
Intuition, living without planning.
This is the outcome of intuition, I think, the living without planning. Yeah.
Sixth sense.
Sixth sense.
Or dil cha raha hai. You know, your heart is saying something. We say in our language, dil cha raha hai. Our heart is saying something.
Yeah.
Or
Sure,
the gut
that.
voice. Yeah, you know, in Urdu we don't have gut. We use heart.
Mm-hmm.
We don't say gut.
I think heart is more accurate actually for intuition than
When
gut.
you learn microbiome, then you will say heart. Gut is going by anyways.
Yeah, I know about microbiome. I still believe it's heart.
Okay.
Your inner voice and inner guidance,
Mm-hmm.
you can say.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, you want to purify yourself. Why? Because you have something is telling you that you should. Something is telling you this is important, this is not, but it's not your brain.
Or you don't do it for a specific reason. You don't do it because this will give you, I don't know, more money or something. You
But
do it because you feel like that is important.
Yeah, but I know that every religion has objective to purify yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The objective of religion is purification.
Yeah, but not all people feel called to follow it.
Yeah.
You were called probably because it aligns a lot with who you are. It was very interesting. One of the very interesting things from the Buddhism is that they consider the mind the sixth sense. They consider the mind as a sense, nothing more than a sense. Very interesting. It's not the major part of our bodies as we have ended up believing in the West. It's just a sense. I think it's very accurate, actually. Yeah.
I have to listen when my brain is working.
Mhm.
I don't understand right now. I'm so tired.
So thank you so much.
So how to build my intuition?
Quieting the mind, it is the first step, because we always have two voices. One is the mind, and one is, let's say, our heart or our gut or our intuition. But they cannot speak together. One is always louder. So it depends which one you allow to be louder will be more accurate in your system. So if you start quieting the mind, automatically the other voice will become more noticeable, let's say. So first is to quiet the mind. Second is to trust to this other voice, so you allow it to speak up. Because the more you shut it down, and if you have shut it down for many years, it's like a very, very far away voice. But the more you trust in it, the stronger it becomes. And at some point, it becomes so strong that we don't even have to think about it. It's just guiding you automatically. So you find yourself doing things just because it's normal, just because you were guided there. And I think that's the easiest state. When you get to this state, it's not a hassle anymore. You don't have this doubting between should I, shouldn't I, is it correct, is it not correct. You know that this is correct. by trusting. So yeah, quieting the mind is the first for sure, and then just trusting in this voice and start listening to it.
So how to differentiate which voice comes from mind and which voice from heart?
It's very easy, actually. There's some specific tricks to know. So the voice from the heart is either yes or no. It's never maybe. It's never gray. So it gives very short answers normally. If you have a very long explanation about something, it's mind. If you have a very short, that maybe doesn't make a lot of sense also, logical sense, probably it's heart. You can always actually just ask and try not to think of the answer. Just make an open-end question and allow the answer to come.
It's the heart.
Yeah, this is the heart.
You can say if answer is under the MCQs, multiple choice questions, so it's from heart.
Which is if it is what?
MCQs, yes, no, and maybe.
No, maybe never. It's already
okay.
yes
or no. Okay.
If it's maybe, it's mind.
Okay, very concise. And which one from the mind, the philosophical and explanation answer?
Yeah, when it's very explicative, it's from the mind. Because the heart doesn't need to understand, it just knows. So it will just tell you. It's like asking a small child. When you tell him, do you like apples? He's like, no. And you say, why? I don't know, I just don't like apples. He doesn't explain to you, I don't like apples because they're green and their taste is like that. He doesn't know. He just knows that he doesn't like it. So the heart is like that.
So do you think there is in human body two decision-making power?
I think there are more, but I think these are the major ones. I think every organ has their own wisdom. We're just not trained enough to listen to them yet. We are evolving, and by the time... It's a slow process, right? First, we understand the brain because it was the organ that was saving us from dangers. So we have put it into the leading position about everything. Then we realized that it cannot do everything because it's just an organ. And then we started understanding that the heart might be also quite important as it used to be in the past. So we started paying attention to the heart. By the time we master that, I'm pretty sure we're gonna start understanding other organs, what they're telling us, because each organ has their function. So we start understanding how some organs are filtering, our genitals, for example, that says a lot about our physical conditions. So I think all of them have a big wisdom. But let's start from the heart, at least for now. It's the second step.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You can ask any other question.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have 5 minutes? Okay. So you are studying religion.
Yeah.
You're doing a PhD into religion. Is it on Islam or different types of different religions?
Major portion is Islam, and now my dissertation name is commentary of Indo-Pak about the holy book, and they using the Bible in their commentaries, in Quran commentaries. You know Quran, holy book. Yeah.
So, in Quran communities, they use the Bible as teachings.
As a commentary.
Okay.
As a commentary.
And why?
Because the Quran was the last book from the series of God books.
Yeah.
The first book was Torah, then Zabur, then Injil, and they are Bible. They become Bible. Bible was the compilation of 66 books, you know, and then 1400 years ago, Quran, holy book, came. So Quran was the last book of that series.
Okay.
So if you want to know the Quran completely, so you must be learn from the start.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that there was a series.
And in Pakistan, 5 major group of religion in Sunni and Shia group, they all are using the Bible in their commentaries.
When you say commentaries, you mean explanation.
Commentary means interpretation. interpretation of verses, interpretation of Quranic stories, and explanation of different kind of rituals from Quran.
Can a Quran be understood without interpretation?
Sometime yes, sometime no.
Okay. I haven't really read Quran, so that's why I'm asking you, right?
Yeah.
Have you read the Bible?
No, I haven't. For me,
So
they were written many years ago.
so Scope is my PhD. The more interfaith harmony becomes from into religion, between the religion. Christians come to Muslim, Muslim come to Christian and Jewish. This is my.
So you see the similarities in the two books.
Yeah.
Could you? Is it something that comes into the mind like first as a very big similarity that's appearing in both books?
Yeah, the God concept were same. The God is one, and don't and never anyone level of God. You can say shirk. What is a
You cannot reach or
shirk?
No.
Shirk means when you
Partnership of God.
you say there is more than one God.
Ah, okay.
This concept is same,
Mhm.
and God teaching, major teaching were same. Yeah, lot of common things.
More commonalities or more differences?
I think more common. Messengers, and a lot of concepts were same.
Yeah. It'd be interesting if more people can understand that.
Yeah.
So we have more
I hope
commonalities
so. I
than
hope so.
differences. Yeah. So thank you very much for all the
welcome.
information and for your time.
Welcome.